I'm good to go. I'm here.
So I'm gonna ask you a few crazy questions. Actually, they're gonna ask you a few crazy questions, so get ready for that.
I'm not sure I'm ready.
Yeah, I did give you a pre-warning to get ready, so you should be ready.
Wow.
And Lisa is on now. Nanaya is on as well. So thank you guys for joining us. And guys, invite your friends as well. If you can share the link with them so they can join us. But before we start, I guess I'm just going to just talk a little bit about No Ordinary Life. So as you know, most of you have pretty much been on my live before. No Ordinary Life is about inspiring the younger generation to reach their goals. So this is an opportunity to speak to young adults who've basically done this already. They've been through the journey of thinking about their goals, planning the journey, and are basically where they want to be. So our guest for tonight is no other than Mr. Bowtah, and he is the founder of Bowtah Designs, Bowtah Media, Bowtah Music, gye.nyameevents, and he also has his event hosting event hosting thing, which is Mr. Bowtah MC. So
Mr. Bowtah MC.
Sorry?
Yeah, Mr. Bowtah MC. That's right.
Mr. Bowtah MC. So I've put all his social media handles on there. So when you get the chance, please go on his pages and check out what he does. So thank you all for joining us. I see a few familiar names. So thank you all for joining us. I guess we're gonna start. So first of all, I always start with an inspirational quote.
Right.
But this time, I decided to let you go first. So
Okay.
what quote motivates you? What it could be a biblical quote, anything that kind of spurs you on.
I would say the quote that motivates me, I think that would be "What's in your hand" or "What's in your house." I think that a lot of the time we are always, when we're looking to move forward or trying to do something, we're always looking at what we don't have, and then, you start thinking, I can't do this or I can't do that if I don't have this and that. But then if you think, what do I actually have in my hand or what do I have at home? And then you're able to use what you have to start, and then you can build up. So what do you have in your hand is definitely something that that inspires me all the time, and that's what I've built all my stuff on, just going with what I have and what I can use to help. So yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So since that's your favorite quote, do you want to tell us a bit more about yourself and what you do in your own words?
Okay, so my name is Caleb Newton. A lot of people know me as Mr. Bowtah. So how actually that came about, Bowtah is my middle name, which is Fanti, I believe, which is a tribe from Ghana. So Bowtah, but I did misspell it. So the actual spelling is Bota, but I put a W and a H there for for a difference. So yeah, that's where Bowtah comes from. It's actually my name. It's my middle name. So to start with, so I would describe myself as a creative. So multifaceted, multi-talented, and I mean, I believe God gave me different talents and stuff, and I'm really looking to use all of them. So the first one that I started using was graphic design. So I started that actually came accidentally, actually. So I studied interior architecture in university. So in there, you kind of like learn like the basics of graphics, layout, and all that good stuff. Because in architecture, you kind of have to. Sometimes you have to like put people in buildings, present your work, really good for critique and all that kind of stuff. So I learned all the basics from there. But it was actually one of my good friends, who's a Reverend now, Reverend Ernest. Shout out Reverend Ernest EK Boydu. So I think one time, like out of the blue, he just called me and was like, Caleb, I've got like a youth event. Can you design a flyer? And these times I haven't even told anyone like I do designs or anything. So I was like, sure. So I designed the flyer. That was my first flyer. And I guess it actually came out quite good. And from there, the rest, as to say, is history. And Bowtah Designs was born from there. So I've been doing that for quite a while. I think I started in 2014. I think that's when it started. So that's been going for quite a while. And then there was Bowtah Music. So I played the keyboard. Obviously, mainly starting at church. And then my cousin, K Billions, used to make beats. I mean, he's a producer. But we used to make beats and stuff together. And so I decided to like, you know, use that as well. So I had keyboards, production, and then live sound as well. So I used to go do live sound for like small events, if like churches needed some equipment, conferences and stuff. You know, I would go in there, set up, and make sure it all sounded great. So that's both the music side of things. And then I guess quite recently was Bowtah Media. So I don't even know how that came about. I guess I just started, you know, taking photos and videos, maybe at church, of course. That's where everything starts. And then, so I did a few conferences. I did a prayer fest. And I mean, I'm one of the organizers of that. So, you know, starting off, you know, using what's in your hand, you know, I had to like fill that role of videographer and photographer. So I started with that. And then I think another friend needed a videographer for their youth conference. And so I think Rep EK Boydu recommended me to them. And so I went there with my camera and I did my best. That time I was literally using the camera in hand, you know, shaky videos and all, but they loved what I did. And then they end up recommending me to others. So I think it was Ben Andor asked me to do his youth conference. So after that, and then I think Ben linked me with Niela. So I did Niela's. It was a EP launch. Yes, that's what it was. So I filmed the EP launch, did some highlights for that. And then Niela hooked me up with Joe Metal. So like with word of mouth and, you know, creativity and a camera in my hand, I, you know, ended up shooting for Joe Metal when he did his concert in London. So that was an awesome experience. And so, yeah, that was the story for that. So that's Bowtah Media, and we've been going ever since. Grew into, so we're now like a 4-man team. So it's me and then like 3 others and stuff. So it's really awesome. And you know, shooting a lot of events, obviously until lockdown came and, you know, a lot of the events kind of shut down and stuff. But definitely doing some good stuff there. And then what else is there? Events. Okay. So the story behind the events, I think it was just something that was always on my heart, something that, you know, a dream that I couldn't get rid of. And so I didn't know how to start. And so I think one time I decided to celebrate my birthday differently. And so I did an open mic, and then I, you know, called up all my poetic friends and friends that were artists. So then I said, hey, let's all come together, put it out there. And then over 50 people came, and I remember we were crammed in like a small back room in a pub in Camberwell. And that was called Intimacy. So that was our first event. And I remember from that, one of my friends, Etia, She when she performed a Ghanaian song. She performed a song in a dialect, and I think the event was like on the 3rd of May. And so and Ghanaian independence is on the 3rd of March. So 6th of March. And so I was got me thinking, maybe I can actually, do this event as a Ghanaian event. So the next year, I was able to come up with gye.nyameevents, open mic. And so we did that, put it out, again, had over 50 people show up, had a few artists in there and gave them a platform, and it was a great night. So that was like 2 years ago, or should I say a year ago. So Intimacy was 2 years ago, and then the first gye.nyameevents was a year ago. And so this year we did it again, decided to go a little bit bigger and better. So I mean, we had the likes of Niela, Hanson Siedu, Emmanuel Smith show up. It was an awesome night. Then Ando was there, and FR, Cassie, like Sai. It was an amazing event. Everyone that was there really enjoyed it. And it was all good vibes. I had and what I do is those events have an acoustic back band. So I had an acoustic band, and it was just all really vibes, and everyone had a fun night. So, and they're asking for more. So hopefully, when this is all over, we can do some more good events. And then I did the same in Germany, because I actually went to Germany for design. My Bowtah design took me to Germany. That's another story, but I'll get to that. So I'd met a few friends in Germany, and I called them up. I was like, hey, I've got this event, and I think we could do one in Germany. And so we put it together, and then after gye.nyameevents in London, we flew up to Germany with a few of my friends, actually, Michael and John, shout out. And so we went over there, and it was an awesome event. Like the venue, we had like a rooftop venue, and the amount of people that showed up, I was blown away from my first event in Germany. And the team, shout out to Pretty Boy Nana and Amma, and the whole team and everyone that came down to support. It was amazing. It was amazing. And what actually really shocked me, we actually had a bunch of white people attend. So that was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah, which was promoted as a Ghanaian African event, and they showed up to be with us and vibe with us. And so that was an amazing experience. Quite life-changing. And yeah, so that's it on events. So I mean, we're hoping to do some more events, some online stuff as well, so be on the lookout. We've got some good stuff coming your way. And then the MCing again, Michael just joined. Shout out Michael. And so MCing again, a couple of friends, need MC for their parties and stuff, and they're asking. I'm like, hey, what do you have in your hand? So with the little experience I have, and some stage experience from like church and stuff, a little bit of preaching here and there, jumped on stage and it worked. And I think last year I had my first ever wedding, so that was amazing. And looking forward to more coming this year and next year as well. So yeah, and of course I host my own events apart from the one in Germany, because no one knows me there. Well, they do now, but yeah. So that's the story of how most of them came about. So yeah,
you have an impressive CV. And to just kind of round off, if you were to summarize your, let's say for example you had your CV and you have all of these different companies that you run or you're part of, page, what would be the highlights on your CV? Like, what would be the most important or the most prominent events that you've hosted, for example?
Oh, okay. I think a highlight for me would be when I did TEDx, when that was the first time I went to Germany. So that was the first event, that kind of scale. So a friend of a friend was actually the organizer of TEDx. I think it's TEDx Mawar Park. And so they reached out and it was like, we need a head designer, like to oversee all the designs and everything that comes through it. And I was like, yeah, I'm definitely down for that. I mean, it's like TEDx. It's a massive platform. And I remember it was actually quite close to the event coming, so there was a lot of hard work that went into it, and we were able to, come up with the designs and do like the signs and all the stuff that the website, everything that needed done, social media. And the event was a success, and I met so many incredible people. I mean, the speakers, it was crazy, and met some incredible people there, and made some lifelong friends as well. And yeah, my life hasn't been the same then. It's like, kind of shot me up to another level. So yeah, it's amazing, and I've been going back to Germany ever since to see all those guys. And yeah, Germany has a place in my heart now. So if you can't find me in London, then you know where to find me.
Germany or Italy, right?
Yeah, so shout out to all my German fam. Love you guys. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. That is impressive to know. You have an impressive CV, and it's good
Shout
to
out,
it's good to know all your fans as well and your friends here to support you. So thank you all for
fans. I'm not sure about fans, friends, yeah.
Okay, one fan then. All your fans and friends here to support you. We're halfway through the interview, and we're going to do a little something a little bit fun. So I don't think you're ready for, but we'll try anyway. Okay, so this is going to be like a quick fire quiz. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Cool.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you questions, and you have to choose obviously your favorite out of them. Okay. So for example, I'm going to ask you a question like maths or English. You have to give me like literally answer in 5 seconds. 2 seconds, 3 seconds.
I got you.
Okay, so let's start with the first one. You know what the first question is? Maths or English?
Maths.
Okay. Sweet or salty popcorn?
Both sweet and salty.
Okay. Home or getaway?
Wow, getaway.
Starboy.
Germany or Italy? Huh?
Starboy or Davido?
Sorry, say that again.
Starboy or Davido?
Davido all the way.
Jules or Black Jersey?
There's no doubt. Jules. Shout out Jules.
So this is on like, if you were to go on a safari, would you go to South Africa or Kenya?
Kenya.
Okay. Takeaway, Chinese or Italian?
Chinese.
Hey. You just have to pray over it. McDonald's or Burger King?
Wow, McDonald's.
Okay. Final question. Mom or dad?
Nah, don't do that to me. Both.
One of them is not on the live, so it's fine. Joking.
Yeah, I'm not trying to have family problems. Love them both.
Okay, so yeah, that was a quick fire something. So thank you guys for joining us. We're gonna go back into the second part of the interview.
Awesome.
So what inspires you?
What inspires me?
That's
an amazing question. I would actually say the people around me, my friends, I seem to be surrounded by so many creative people, and I've met so many creative people along the way. And it doesn't even have to be with creativity per se, but like a lot of people that I have met are really good at what they do, and like they inspire me all day, every day. Family, friends. I mean, look at you, look what you're doing. That's such an inspiration. So yeah, I definitely find inspiration from the people around me, my friends, and acquaintances. I take, from what's around me. So yeah. So y'all are my inspiration.
You hear that, guys?
Yeah.
So you've obviously been doing well, all the things you've been doing for quite some time. But can you tell us a little bit about how did you change from what you originally intended to do to what you're doing now? And for people who don't know you, who haven't known you for a long time, what did you actually plan to do before you ended up?
I mean, I went into uni and I studied interior architecture. So I guess that the natural thing would have been to go out and be a interior architect. But I don't think uni went as great for me. Which is quite funny because I think last week we had Brenda on here and she told her story, and I feel like I have a similar story where she spoke about she didn't she graduated, but she didn't graduate, and I have a similar story, and I didn't actually graduate from uni. I'm not too sure a lot of people know that. So coming out, I was like, oh man, I didn't graduate from uni. Like, what am I gonna do? And so shout out to Brenda, she's on. Yeah. So I mean, I guess in my situation, I was kind of forced to really bring out what was in me and how I could make things work, And so that was graphic design. So that's what I started with, and that was kind of making a living from that, and building my business sense non-graduate school. Yeah, shout outs. Yeah, we need to start a club actually. That would be cool. So I was just forced to come up with something, survival. And then on top of that, looking for jobs and stuff didn't go that well either. You apply for jobs, you go for the interviews goes great, and they still don't take you. Then I got a job, so then ended up working in Zara. Well, actually, I worked with an IT company in Ghana before that. So shout out Frederick, who gave me that opportunity. And then I worked for Zara, which was quite interesting because I actually loved them as a brand and that kind of stuff. And worked there for a while. Was able to do all my clothes shopping, and funny enough, I'm still wearing my Zara clothes from then, man. 3 years on or so. So if you're out there, you need to learn about not being addicted to shopping and stuff. I'm still wearing my stuff from all those years ago. So yeah, you don't need to buy all those clothes, guys. Yeah, so I did that, and then they closed my shop down. It was on Oxford Street, and they closed our shop down, and I was like, what's going on here? How comes the only shop that I work in? There was 5 shops, and then they closed us down. So I was like, God, are you trying to say something? So back again to fending for myself. Obviously applying for jobs and stuff, and it still wasn't going. And I was like, man, I guess I really have to do this. Yeah. Shout out to my Ghana boss. He just logged in. So yeah, he's the one that gave me the opportunity. for my first job coming out of uni. So that was a really good experience. And they've also grown into different companies now that are doing internet and stuff. So, you know, he's a big inspiration as well, man. It's like business mind and everything. It's good. It's amazing. And he's my business mentor. So anytime I need any help and stuff, I always go to him and stuff. So yeah, that's what got me into. So I guess it wasn't planned per se, and it wasn't a switch. I guess in my case, I was forced into it, but I think it was good because then maybe you kind of like rely on others, you know, when actually God put you, you know, here to, you know, to draw that out of you first for yourself, and then to be able to draw that out of others. So now when I'm speaking, when I'm interacting with people, I'm always trying to draw the best out of them, and, you know, trying to let them develop their gifts and the things that make a way for you, because, you know, your gifts will make a way for you and bring you in front of kings. So that's what we're steady doing. Yo, shout out my best friend Cole.
Wow, that's inspiring. Wow. Yeah. Life is tough. It's unpredictable, and you just have to.
Do you know what? Actually, in shouting out Cole, I think I left out a big part of the story, which was growing up in Ghana. That's definitely part of my inspiration, you know. So we went in Ghana for like 10 years, so from 93 to 2003, and like you know, living life there and experiencing that kind of childhood where you can, like, you know, go out, play in the dirt, climb trees and that kind of stuff, you know, have adventures. It was amazing, and I definitely made friends for life there who I'm still friends with from way back then, and yeah, they also inspire me, like where everyone is at the moment is just so amazing. It's so amazing to see where we've grown to. And so, as I said, my friends around me, I always pick inspiration from my friends, and Cole's one of them. So shout out to Cole, and yeah, regards.
Wow, fantastic. So those who joined us, please, you're gonna have the chance to ask Caleb questions. So do get your questions ready for Caleb. We're going to move on. So obviously you're a busy man. You have different things that you do. So how does your day-to-day life look like? Not well, obviously within COVID, we all kind of have one kind of life. We're all at home, working from home. But outside of COVID, before COVID, how did your day-to-day life look like when you're doing media, music, this and that? How did it look like?
So generally I try to like set aside certain days for certain things, or maybe I set apart, like divide the day, and then maybe I'll do some design, I'll do some editing in the afternoon, and then work on an event in the evening, that kind of stuff. So kind of mixing it up. I guess sometimes I'm one of those guys that gets bored doing one thing. So I, you know, try to spice it up by mixing it all up. But yeah, just definitely like dividing time, and sometimes as well, like maybe you need to put a lot of work on one side. So sometimes I might just like concentrate on that till it's done, and then I can move on. So that's how I do. So, you know, trying to be organized and plan it out.
Okay, so on the base of that, what are the good things about owning a business? What are the positives of owning a business, and then compare it to being an employee? Which, take out the good things from both sides.
I guess for me the first is not having to, freedom, I guess I would say. Because basically, I mean, most of the stuff that I do, I just need a laptop and the internet. So technically speaking, I could do my work from anywhere in the world. So, you know, I'm able to, you know, travel a little bit, and, you know, I don't have to ask for time off for vacation and stuff, you know. Well, from someone else, I have to ask, you know, myself, and if I'm able to, I know I just go. So I guess that's one of the pluses. And then obviously you get to kind of determine the living you make. I guess if you're working for someone, you know, you have a monthly or an annual salary. But you know, if you have a business, you could technically determine how much you make, and there's kind of no limit to how much you make. So
that's a good comparison. So those are thinking of starting your own business, your own venture. These are the positives of actually owning your own business. You actually get to determine the kind of life that you want to live, and hopefully, depending on the type of business you have, you can work from anywhere in the world, especially if it's an IT-based business. So yeah, thank you for that. We're gonna do one more game. One more, just one.
Another game.
Just to kind of just to a little bit more comfortable.
Nah, definitely, that's fine. I'm up for that.
Probably won't be comfortable, but I'll definitely be comfortable just watching you laugh. So who is your celebrity? Actually, I'm gonna ask the audience first, and then you can think about it.
Oh yeah, for their questions.
Yes. What?
Ben, did you see my face? Just
audience.
Like, what's going on here?
So type your answers. Who do you think is Caleb's celebrity lookalike? Who do you think is Caleb's celebrity lookalike? And then you can think about it yourself. Let's see what people come up with. And be ready.
That's an interesting one.
Be ready.
I think you might have to type it and pin it.
Okay.
GH Lewin, Chris Tucker. Wow. Guys. Have you pinned it?
Yes.
Oh.
Chris Tucker. Okay.
Someone really thinks I look like Lewin. Wow.
Okay. So while other people are getting their answers ready, Travis Green.
Travis Green. That's a good one.
Okay. Yeah, the hair, definitely. Yeah, the hair. The hair. You just need a bit blonde.
I'd say you're laughing. Give it. I didn't remember what you were always. Amen to that.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Travis Green.
Answers are very interesting.
We got Lady Afrobeat. Oh, I don't know.
Maydi. Wow. Very interesting. Okay.
Okay, Maydi. We've got Travis Green. We've got Chris Tucker. We've got Lil Wayne. Okay. All right. So it's your turn now, Caleb. Who have you been told that you look alike? Which celebrity have you been told you look alike?
Eddie Murphy. I've got that one before. Chris Tucker, definitely.
Chris Tucker, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I've had Fabulous before.
Fabulous.
Yeah, and then there's I think there's a Nigerian actor or someone, I don't know his name. Someone said I looked at one Nigerian actor. So if you know, let me know.
Okay.
But yeah, those are the ones that come to mind.
So here comes a dare. Here comes a dare. You have to give an impersonation of either Eddie Murphy or Chris.
No.
So Eddie Murphy.
Oh, someone said Mr. Silver. Yeah. I've had that one before as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know these people.
An impression.
Yes, impression. Yeah, whatever. Of either Eddie Murphy or Chris Tucker.
No, Ben, this would not be good because I can't do it.
I prepared you for this.
Mr. Easy, really? Wow, Zangarad.
No, you can't do that one. That's too easy.
Pardon?
That's too easy. We're all waiting. Everyone's just
wait for the. You'd have to give me something to say.
Okay, So if you're going to do Eddie Murphy,
Yeah.
I'll let you have this one. If you're going to do Eddie Murphy, I would like you to sing that song. She's your queen to be.
But that wasn't Eddie Murphy that song.
I don't know what else I can let you do.
So let's skip.
No, okay, Chris Tucker. Rush Hour. Think of something.
Hey man, what you think you doing, man? I like that, man.
Yeah, that was on point. That was on point. Well done, well done. You even made the face as well. Fantastic.
Wow.
That was fantastic. You do another one for us, so get ready. Get ready for it.
No.
Okay, so now we're going back to our questions. So before I ease into the serious questions, a few people asked you questions on when I post the questions on our Instagram story. And we have someone asked, what do you do in your spare time?
Do I have a spare time? Editing, designing. Actually, I'm slightly addicted to like YouTube, so I would like go on there, like watch videos and try and I tell myself that I'm trying to get angles for my video stuff. So yeah, that's what I do in my spare time.
In your spare time, okay. One more question. Do you have a YouTube channel?
No, I do not have a YouTube channel yet. It was one of my New Year's resolutions to start one, so be on the lookout for that.
So obviously this year has already started, so should we expect next year, 2021?
No, it's coming very, very soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everyone look out for that one. Okay, so we're going to go back into our serious questions. What are your strengths and weaknesses?
Wow. Strengths. I'll say creativity. I like to look at stuff and like come up with ideas, like have a lot of ideas flowing and stuff, and like people would like call me to ask me if I've got any ideas of, and I just, you know, I can give the ideas for free. Yeah, so you need some ideas, holler at me. Yeah, those are my from my strength. I think I'm quite relatable. I'm a little bit of a people person. I like having people around, and you know, friends and stuff. So I like to think I'm my friend's best friend. So actually at one time that was like on my Instagram handle, your best friend's best friend. So yeah, being friendly. Hopefully none of my friends can complain about me being a bad friend. Apart from like not communicating and stuff. But, so there we go, communication. I'm like more recently I think I've been doing a little bit better. From time to time, I would like, you know, reach out to some people and, you know, make sure they're doing okay and stuff. But yeah, communication was definitely one of my weaknesses for a while. I guess when it came to keeping up with relationships and stuff with my friends. So that's a weakness. And I'll say this one, attention to detail. I guess that one's a little bit of a blessing and a curse, because like I'm always looking out, you know, for the details to, you know, to fix. So like sometimes I'll design something and then I'll fix it, like, you know, when you're like, oh, this is the final one, and then you have the final one, the final, and then the final. This is like, okay, this is the really final one. Yeah, so perfection is, you know, like looking up for the details. So sometimes it takes me a little bit longer to like finish stuff, because I'm like, yeah, I'm just looking like if I could fix that and that. So yeah, that's one of my weaknesses, I would say. But it could definitely be a strength sometimes as well, because then, you know, try to make sure it comes out really good.
Okay, fantastic. So we're going to talk about industrial obstacles. So obviously you work in multiple industries. What industrial obstacles have you had to overcome to get to where you are?
I would say clients and money issues, paying and stuff. I think people just want stuff for free, but that's not how the world works. So I think that's probably one of the biggest. But I think once you have your business down, and when you've made your mark, and you've gotten to a certain level, and people would pay for what you offer. So I think it's an initial challenge, and sometimes you also have to start by offering your services for free and all that kind of stuff just to get into the market. But then sometimes some people expect that to keep going, and it's like, nah, levels have changed. My price has gone up now. So yeah, I think that's one of the things that come up against most. Yeah.
Okay, so before we move on, this is probably going to be the final one. Not the final one, but last but one. Where do you see yourself and your businesses in the near future? Say the next 2 years.
2 years. Wow. Okay, so I'd actually like to see. I'm actually working on bringing all the different parts of the businesses together. To see how best we could make it work as like a one house solution. So that's the plan coming up, and so being able to, and I think I kind of want to be in a position where I'm like working and collaborating with others, and like being an employer. Yeah, I really enjoy like moving. Like in the case of Bowtah Media, moving from just being one person videographer to then bringing a whole team along, and like kind of just managing that. So yeah, I'm hoping it to grow, to bring it together and grow it so big that we have great employment. Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. So that's the dream.
Okay, and so you talked about how you want to merge your businesses. And you also mentioned being a people person. So you have lots of friends, you won't say fans, lots of friends. So let's just put it that way.
Well, obviously there's. I've been proved wrong today. Yeah.
Are you part of any kind of organization that you get to have to meet all of these people? Because you seem to meet people a lot. So what kind of organizations are you part of? And that also help you as a professional, maybe they sharpen your skills. I know you're part of Yale. That's other organizations are you part of, or projects are you part of?
Oh wow, I'm definitely part of a lot of organizations, and I would say ministries as well. But obviously you meet some people there, definitely. But I think also the scope of the work I do, you end up meeting a lot of people along the way, clients and stuff, and then clients recommend you to other clients, and that kind of stuff. So you meet a lot of people along that way as well. And of course, traveling, as I mentioned, that when I traveled to Germany, I met a lot of amazing people there, and some of which have ended up being my business partners. So actually, shout out to Nana Addison, who was the one that invited me to Germany, and and raised my price up. So and she treated me real nice, and we've been really good friends. Actually, so we've got TEDx coming up this year again. So looking forward to that. So yeah, we'll be back in
Germany.
In Germany, yeah. And she actually started an Afro hair conference called Kel as well, which hair designer for as well. So I mean, we've kind of come into a sort of partnership and stuff. So I mean, we're trying to do some great work in in the nation. So yeah, definitely. It's like just in movement, you meet people. Sometimes just putting yourself out there. To be fair, I don't think I actually know enough people. So yeah, and just networking, and sometimes we'll invite you somewhere, and then you go. And funny enough, I like to think I'm like shy and stuff, but some way somehow it works out. You find your own people, and it works out. So some awesome stuff. So
Fantastic. Okay, so we're almost time is up soon. But what final thing? What advice would you give to young people on pursuing their dreams and aspirations? Young people, not necessarily young, but people like us.
Yeah, of course. Hi, Shade. I would say, I mean, like just I said in the beginning, like what do you have in your hand? What do you have in your house? Quit looking on the outside. Quit looking for help somewhere. You've got something. Everyone's got a gift. Everyone's got a talent. Everyone's got a message. And a lot of the times we find challenges, or we see problems, right? And not knowing that actually it's what we have got, and that little thing that we've got that we don't even see as important, that gift that we've got, is the actual thing that would make a difference and solve the problem. So what do you have in your hand? What do you have in your house? Look in there, start from there, and trust me, you would make a difference. And everyone's got talents. I mean, for me, I feel like me, in the parable of talents, God gave some 10, He gave some 5, He gave some 2, and funny enough, sometimes it's the people with one that some people just want to sit on their talents and hide their talents and stuff, and I'm definitely not trying to do that. Whatever talent I have, whatever God gave me, I'm using, and so I hope to inspire people to do that. And the second thing I'll say is look out into your society, look out for the problems, look out for the issues, look around you, and look for problems to solve. Because if you're able to solve a problem, that's actually what's going to bring you that fulfillment. That's what's going to make a way for you, and that's what's going to bring financial blessings your way as well. So look out. So first thing, what do you have? Second, look out for the problems to solve.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. This is I think we're done with the serious questions. So we've got.
Do we have another?
Yeah, we're gonna have a game.
Oh my God.
So you have to end with a game. You have to end properly. So another question from our previous Q&A. This person wants to find out if you are single or available. There's no in between. There's no it's complicated.
Wow.
Or the other.
Wow. Are the audience asking questions as well?
Yes.
But I'm off the market.
Off the market. Okay.
Tea bread or butter bread, margarine or groundnut paste? Going serious. That would, so if I went with tea bread would go with margarine, and then butter bread would go with peanut butter. So I'll take all 4.
Any more questions? I can't really. Oh, I have a question. Do you have any special talents apart from?
Ben, it's a very tricky question. Go ahead.
Do you have any special talents apart from obviously your design? Any special talents?
Special talents?
Something that you can take to Britain's Got Talent. Like maybe you can close your mouth and still speak.
I'm not too sure. I can fold my earlobes into my ears and it stays. I don't know, that's just weird. I don't know. It's out there now.
I think it's good off. Sorry. Okay, so our final, very, very final game.
Yeah.
So this one's
Wait, is that it from the audience questions? Because these guys are asking some amazing questions.
oh, someone's asked already. Where do you see your business in the next 5 years? So we've answered that one.
Yeah, I'll answer it again. Why not?
You haven't got much time, sorry.
So I would say in 5 years, I'm hoping to bring my businesses together, like sort of merge them into one house, like a one house solution place where you could get anything you need from one spot. And then I'm looking to expand to create some employment. Oh, and I would love to have some sort of institution. That would be cool, like maybe a school. That would be amazing as well, kind of teaching others to do what we do. Shout out Ikea.
Fantastic.
Dance and piano. Yeah, I play the piano. I used to dance.
Okay. So final thing before we go, because it's gonna end like in the next minute. I don't think we can play this one, but we're gonna play a really quick game of 30 seconds of word association. So if I say, for example, A.
Yeah, don't worry.
Okay. So obviously A. What's the first thing that comes to mind?
Person or anything?
Thing. What comes to mind when I? Okay. Delay.
Delay.
Yeah.
I'll say delay from Ghana. Yeah.
Okay.
Presenter.
My wife and kids.
A bald head. I don't know why that's.
Okay. Best friend.
Best friend. I'll say best friends. So yeah, plural.
Okay.
Yeah.
Family.
Family. The best.
Italy.
Beautiful.
China.
Industrialization. I don't know. They make a lot of money over there.
Okay, so that's our last game, and so I guess we're gonna say goodbye to everyone. Do you want to
shout out Jure.
Your friends and fans and everyone?
Yeah, shout out to everyone who showed up on this live. Shout out Cole, shout out Ben, John, Michael. Cool, you're not serious. And everyone who tuned in, and obviously shout out yourself, Claudia. You're doing an amazing job and keep it up.